All right.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna. I have to. Dance between my phones here. Oh my god. Okay. I don't want to move it because I don't want to mess up the screen. This is terrible infosec. Okay. All right. We just took a picture of the password. Just
Yeah,
go ahead
yeah.
and delete that in a second here.
What? Which one do you use?
Which password manager you asking?
Yeah.
It's the one that Antonopoulos. Is that his name? Why am I spacing on his? Anyway, it's a crypto guy who actually is very. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Let me type this real quick.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Does it have a remember me thing? No. Whatever. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna mute this. Sorry about that, everybody. I had to figure out how to log into the stream chat via the Streamlabs, which is, I don't know why it's allowed. Like, why can I stream to the, if it doesn't, doesn't make sense. Anyway, we got it. We figured it out. And so now, if I say test, it says Anthromancer said test in the chat.
Nice.
Fantastic. Okay. We can start.
Monday Night Mercenarium.
Howdy, everybody. How you doing out there? Welcome to another fantastic Monday Night Mercenarium. Yay!
Woo!
We this is our 40th. So we now have 40 weeks of Mercenarium tournaments, official Mercenarium tournaments under our belt. So that's pretty cool. I think we missed a couple because of holidays and sick and started late in the year, but we're just coming up on. We're getting close to a year, like 52. It's pretty sweet. If this is your first time joining us in Monday Night Mercenarium, this is a weekly game night that we host here at the Crack Fox in downtown St. Louis around a locally developed card game called Anthromancer, or more specifically, Mercenarium, a game you play with Anthromancer. I am Daniel Drake. I'm the asshole that made the game. And this is...
Hello, I'm Sam Hatfield. I'll be officiating tonight.
That's right. And helping me with banter.
Yep.
Always with the banter.
Always with the banter.
Always. Too much with the banter. We got to stop with the banter. There's things to do. So, if this is your first time joining us and you have no idea what this game is or how it's played, we will normally go through and do a quick primer. It's going to be a bit of an information dump, but it'll plant some seeds that'll land while you watch the game play, and we do commentary during the games. These games are going to be 1 versus 1. The game can be played between 2 and 4 players, but 1 versus 1 with the chess timer we find is better for the competitive environment. And we have, I think, 6 competitors right now.
Yep.
The tournament is sponsored by our friends Courtesy Diner. Well, me and Courtesy Diner, we go way back. But you do too.
I do.
That's how we met.
I know. That's how we met.
I forget about that. That's how we met at Courtesy Diner. That's wild. Oh my God, like 15 years ago or something ridiculous like that. Courtesy Diner provides a prize purse, and it's free to enter. And somebody's gonna walk out of here with $50. We're gonna have to start opening betting pools on yes or no. Will it be Sam?
Mm-hmm.
Not this Sam. There's another
No,
Sam.
different Sam.
There's a notorious Sam, and he is here tonight. He wasn't here last week, but he's here tonight.
The
so.
notorious SIM.
The notorious Sam I am. No, that's you.
Yeah.
He's Samwise. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and hop into the quick primer of the gameplay rules. How to play. Where's my button? Haha. Here it is. Mercenarium, Anthromancer's game of strategy, chance, and magic. This is a card capturing game for 2 to 4 players. It feels like chess, poker, and Mario Kart. Mario Kart, I throw that out. One of these days I'm going to have to stop.
Yeah, just power-ups.
Power-ups. You know what I'm talking about. I should change that slide. Okay. Uh-oh. But yes, it feels like chess, poker. It's very sort of a parlor game. 2 to 4 players. Each player is going to be in control of a house. On the left side of the screen here, you can see the colored squares correlating with the north, south, east, and west houses. That's your free space. It's your starting space. And all of your cards will be oriented towards the edge of the board along which your house rests. So in the right picture, you'll see that those cards are pointing towards either one side or another, and that's how we're going to know who's in control of a card during the game. So we'll be pointing that out. Pay attention to that. What happened?
Oh, there's an equals in that thing.
Oh, right, because that's my hotkey.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
So the game is built of a deck of cards, 3 dice, and a board. The deck itself is broken into kind of 2 decks, one that is cards with black backs and one that is cards with blue backs. The cards that are in the black cards are they're based on a traditional deck of playing cards. So you have 2 through 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. Face values. This deck, they have orientation lines, as we pointed out on the previous slide, and they also have edge values, dots, a number of dots assigned to each of their edges. This is how the cards fight with each other on the board. Capturing is when you have more dots than your adjacent opponent. You can move into the space and capture the card, as pictured here. It's always like more dots wins. If they have dots and you have dots and you have more dots than they got dots, you move in, you capture them. It's good dots. Captures are placed face up along your edge of the board. That's how we're going to know who's in the lead during the game. And also, you want them placed there because they can be used as a currency. More on that later. If your dots are tied, there's going to be a wheel on the screen that tells you which suit beats which suit in ties. And also, some suits annihilate and blow each other up. So in the path of threat, you'll see gears threatens blades, threatens claws, threatens souls, threatens gears. In that pattern, those cards, if they tie, one clearly beats the other, and they can capture that card. In the event that they're across the wheel, as with Annihilation, either player can trigger mutual destruction, sending both cards to the discard pile. Nobody gets any captures for it. And if they're the same suit, they can't do anything to each other. They bounce. They block. Summoning is playing a card from your hand. If you have an open house, you can play any card of any value there. If you want to play next to a card you have in play, it's Uno, sort of like Uno. I can't do that anymore either.
No.
Sequential face value or same suit. If it's the same color or within one number, you can play it. So in the example on the left, the Jack is valid on the 10, even though they're different suits, because Jack is 1 above a 10 in traditional consecutive poker values. And the 8 is valid, even though it's 2 away, because it's the same suit. Whereas the 8 of claws and the ace of souls are not valid because they break those rules. They don't meet the requirements. Now, cards that are in play can be moved 1 space orthogonally. We're going to do it every time, I swear to God, until we get this thing codified. Forwards, backwards, left, or right, which just means orthogonal is non-diagonally. Lords, 1 of each suit. They fight with their suit. They're sort of like wild cards. You can play them on any card you control, and then they always resolve captures with that wheel we pointed at before. What's up, Packy? Here we are nerding out, my friend. Thanks for being in the chat, man. So buying mercenaries. I mentioned those captures can be used as currency. Jacks, queens, kings, and aces, the traditional court values, are considered mercenaries in this game. And what that means is that if a player has earned a capture, they can flip it face down and pivot that mercenary into their orientation and gain control of it. That makes it so that you can summon off of it, you can move it on your next turn, all that kind of stuff. Any mercenary that was just played or just bought is considered under contract for a full round, which means that if you have a reasonable assurance of being able to use a mercenary you're about to summon. With one exception, power-ups. The blue cards are called hymns. There's 15 in total. They're all unique, and they are connected to different parts of the Anthromancer brand. When you use your hymn, we call it singing a hymn. Now, you don't have to sing anything. We probably prefer if you wouldn't. But that's what it's called. That's our branding. Each hymn has, like I said, has a unique effect. We will name and explain what they do when the players use them during the tournament. We're not going to go through all of them right now. But if you want to see what all the hymns do and see diagrams and read the rules fully, you can get. We put the print and play online for free, so you can just download Anthromancer whenever you want. So if you want to go and get a copy of the PDF tied to the rulebook and all that kind of stuff, grab it on anthromancer.com, and you can follow along, see what the hymns do, read about them. If you can only hold one at a time, once you've used it, it'll get discarded or put on the board in some way. You may want to, after that, get a new one. We call that learning a hymn. You have to make sacrifices from your hand in order to do that. They're powerful cards. You can't just draw them willy-nilly, and you can never hold more than one at a time. So the 3 ways you can win the game is either be the first of 5 captures, the most straightforward way. If all of your opponents are in limbo, meaning you are in their house and they have no other cards in play, then you win after 1 round. And if the game ends in singularity, meaning we've won entirely through both the deck and the hymnal, whoever has the most face-up captures wins. And in the very rare instance where there's a tie there, we actually look at the value of the individual captures. So the fox is the most valuable card, and you may hear me point out, even when it looks like people are tied, oh, one of them actually has the edge, because if the game ended right now, even though that barely ever happens, they would win. So, food for thought. These are the turn actions. That's just, we've been through all of that. Play a card, move a card, capture an enemy card, buy a mercenary, sing a hymn, learn a hymn, draw a card. If you do one of those 7 things, turn passes. And singularity. If we run out of cards, we shuffle into a big deck that contains all the remaining hymns and non-hymn cards, and things get silly. Players have the ability to draw cards at the end of each turn, and but we're using the chess timer, so that won't be a big deal. That's it. All right.
That's it.
Information overload over. Now we can actually play some Mercenarium. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket here. And I need to pop over here and
let me get the board ready.
Looking at participants. Let's go to bracket. All right. Here's what we've got. It looks like we're going to have... Okay. Brian, every time. We've got Brian here tonight, folks. He's been gone for a couple weeks, but he always has a gag with his name, and we now have Asshole Dinkus playing in Game 2, Round 1. Asshole Dinkus. He, him, everybody. Goodness gracious me. All right. We're gonna, we're gonna shuffle this seed because I don't want Sam playing in the first round. How do I do that? How do I shuffle seeds? I can figure this out. I'm an adult. There it is. What happens if I click this? Let me go see what we got. Okay. Participants have been shuffled. Bracket. Let's see what we got. That's basically the same thing. Okay, well, I'm not going to fuck with that anymore. So game 1, round 1, it looks like it's going to be Sam Williams and John R. You ready, boys? All right. And just to be sure, Sam, you're going to be in the north. John, you're going to be in the south. And while you guys get set up, I'm going to make sure I have this camera dialed in for the viewing experience back home. Sam rolls a 12. Special symbols count as 6s for purposes of establishing turn order. I can hear your theme music already. There we go. There we go. What'd you roll there, John? All right. So it looks like Sam's going to get to decide who goes first. Players will be using a chess timer. Each player is going to have 7.5 minutes.
Okay. And 7:30, go.
Starting with John. John opens with the 10 of blades summoned in his house. John brings out the King of Blades. Sam summons the 3 of Gears in the North House. John advances with the King of Blades, and Sam responds with the Jack of Gears, summoned south of his 3. Gears beat Blades and ties. You can see in the wheel in the top right, so that Jack is threatening that King. John dodges west. Sam uses Dragoon. It's a hymn that allows him to move a card twice on one turn, and that allowed him to slide over with the Jack of Gears and score the first capture early game. Sam pulls ahead. John advances with the 10 of Blades. Sam ditches the 10 of Claws to learn a new hymn. John summons the Queen of Gears in his house. Sam advances with the Jack of Gears, attacking the 10 of Blades. John dodges east. Sam summons the 10 of Souls along John's edge of the board, threatening the Queen of Gears. John is thinking. John advances with the Queen of Gears. Sam rolls Zodiac, his next hymn. He rolls the Shade, which allows him to teleport an enemy card into any open space. However, he's going to keep the hymn. So Zodiac rolls and can be any of the other hymns, and he rolled and it became the Shade. Sam moves the 10 of Souls into John's house to threaten the Queen of Gears. John uses Fire Eyes. That's going to let him refresh his hand, get a bunch of new options all at once. John tags the clock. Sam takes the second capture using the 10 of Souls to capture the Queen of Gears. John advances with the 10 of Blades. Sam moves the 10 of Souls into John's house, putting some pressure on him now. John summons the Jack of Claws in the center of the board. Sam draws a card. John summons the Queen of Claws, attacking Sam's house and his 3 of Gears. Sam dodges. John advances with the 10 of Blades, putting some pressure on now. John attacks. Sam slips out the back door. John summons the Lord of Blades in Sam's house. Sam summons the 8 of Gears adjacent to the Jack of Claws. If those two cards interacted, they would annihilate.
Yeah.
So John's going to trigger the annihilation and get rid of those cards. Sam advances with the 3 of Gears along the east edge. John's learning a new hymn. Sam's rolling Zodiac, and he gets Meat War, it looks like. Is that right?
Yep.
Sam rolled Meat War. Now, Meat War is an instant speed hymn that causes a capture to turn into an annihilation. It's like an extra health bar.
All right. And then as soon as you choose, I'm going to stop the timer.
John's using Primary, a hymn which allows him to look at the top 3 cards of the hymnal, pick one, and either use it right away or save it for later. Once he's made his choice, we will pause the clock to shuffle the hymns and then resume play, at which point John will announce whether he is using it or holding on to it.
All right. These are going to get shuffled. All right. Thank you. All right. All right. And you're going to use it, so resume. And,
It's on Sam now.
Yep.
Sam draws a card. So John summoned the Fool, a lord with whose dots change, and he just rolled the die. It is now the Lord of Bones. It captures everything. So it's a huge threat, especially to be in the center space there. That's a very good card for John to have there.
Oop. Yeah. Sorry about that. And, okay. Acceptable.
Sam draws. John learns a new hymn. Sam advances with the 3 of gears. John moves with the Queen of Claws. Moves west. Sam summons the Jack of Blades. John brings the Queen of Claws south to attack the Jack of Gears. Sam moves the Jack of Blades back. John's going to go for the capture, and Sam's going to throw Meat War, as was predicted. Goes back to John. John's going to draw a card. Sam's going to learn a new hymn now that he's activated Zodiac. John summons the Jack of Souls south of his 10 of Blades, and Sam's got Avarice, which buys a mercenary even if it's under contract without spending a capture. A very strong reversal card. He buys the Jack of Souls, and John hits him with the other Meat War. Never would have seen that coming. Very nice. How exciting. So this is a very interesting board. Yeah, John has a Lord in Sam's house and the Fool as the Lord of Bones in the center space. Sam has 3 cards, each in the other houses. He just moved the 3 north and moved in. He's moving it into the corner. He's coming in to attack the Lord of Blades with the 3 of Gears. Because Lords fight with their suit, that 3 can threaten the Lord even if it has 0 dots. Sam's bringing out another cantrip gear. 3 and the 5, bullying that Lord, getting him out of his house. But alas, the Fool really limits mobility there. John has moved the Lord to the west edge behind Sam's Jack of Blades, which will prevent it from moving north. Both players are drawing cards. Sam's going to use Optimo, which lets him rearrange all cards within 2 spaces of his house as he sees fit. So he's going to cleverly get the Fool out of the way and lock the Lord of Blades into a trap. John's going to learn a new hymn. Sam's going to make his capture with the 3 of Gears, coming to 3 captures.
Yeah, Lords are
Yep,
wild.
the Fool. You can summon Lords next to the Fool.
All right. And set the
Unpause. Yeah. You gotta make a choice.
Yep. No, you can choose. Okay.
That's fair. So the fox is a lord whose suit changes based on the number of dots on the die. When shows that symbol, it's the Lord of Flowers, and it annihilates in all captures. Very interesting. John annihilates the 5 of gears with the fox.
Oh, you have to roll.
John's trying to make efficient use of the time he has remaining. He's got the fool in Sam's house. Sam moves the Jack of Blades over. John draws a card. We've got a glare on the clock.
Okay.
Oh
How's
my
that?
God, it's still bad.
Okay.
I don't know what's different. We'll figure it out in a minute. I just want to make sure we can see the time there. Sam advances towards John, moves the fool. It's the Lord of Bones again. John's down to 28 seconds. Sam dodges with the.
Oh. Yep.
You gotta be better about that.
Yep.
The fool is now threatening the 10 of souls. A lot is happening here. The fool has to be re-rolled every time it moves. Sam's gonna take that capture. Souls threaten gears and ties. John's gonna capture. You gotta re-roll.
Oh, yeah, it's your capture.
Okay. John's going to buy the Jack of Blades. He's doing a lot with the time he's got. Sam's going to buy the Jack back. He's all right. There it is.
Session.
All right. It's going to go to Sam, but that was a hell of a game to watch. I'll tell you what. Fantastic stuff.
All right. Do you want to do an exit interview with with John?
If you want to. You don't have to, but you can.
All right, cool. All right, so let's see. Is the mic messed up still?
Turn it on.
Turn it on. All right. Is on?
Oh.
Oops.
I thought you'd already turned it on.
Stand behind the black line there and face this way. There's the
God, we got to get better lighting for this.
There's your camera. All right, we good to go, Dan?
Yeah, it looks like a snuff film.
All right.
This camera sucks. But go on, let's do it.
All
John,
right.
Sam, exit
great.
interview.
So, good game. What did you learn?
I don't know. I don't know. Pay more attention to the clock.
Pay attention to the clock. Yeah, great. Yeah, the clock is tricky. Do you have any message for the stream?
Yeah, absolutely. Buy Anthromancer. Come to Monday Night Mercenarium.
Thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
All right, everyone.
Round of applause for
clap.
John, everybody. All right.
All right, am I good to turn the mic off, Dan?
Yes, thank
Okay.
you for asking. All right, to the bracket. You know, I didn't click start the tournament. I'm really bad about that. Start the tournament.
All right.
Okay.
So, all right, let me.
It's going to be Atomic Ace and Bill for game 2. So if y'all want to come to the stage, holler at ya. You're going to be in the north, Ace. Bill, you're in the south. Yeah. Technically what is that, the east? All right.
All right. Oh, by the way, Dan, I'm leaving the mic on, so we don't have to risk the popping sound.
That's a smart thing to do. That strikes me as
Right.
meaningful.
Okay. All right. Let's see. How's the glare on the? Yeah. How's the glare on the timer there,
That's
Dan?
a great question. Now would be the time to solve that. We didn't have this problem last week, so I'm wondering if it's because the table's in a different spot.
Could be.
We're going to scoot a little bit your way, Ace. Forgive me. Just want to, let me see. Well, I'm going to have to move everything now. But it'll be worth it. It'll all be worth it. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That is a little bit better. Like, I can see the numbers now.
Oh, and
Cool. Yeah, that's totally better. Sweet. Glad I did that. Yep. All right. Have y'all rolled yet? Begin. Ace rolls a 6. Bill rolls a 5. Ace gets to decide who goes
actually
first.
deal some cards, folks. Sorry about that. I was so enraptured by the die roll.
I threw a wrench in things because I moved everything.
And yes. All right, so
Oh, you can start the clock.
all
Bill's
right,
going
we
first.
All ready to go? Begin.
Bill opens with Seasons attached to the 10 of Blades. Seasons is a card that attaches to a lower card and allows that card to be rotated into a different orientation. They can adjust it as the game progresses as well, so that card has a bit of a movement superpower. Bill attached it to a 10, which is the best card you can attach it to. He is then, looks like he's learning a new hymn, and Ace brings out the Ace of Blades, moving south, and Bill advances with the 10 of Blades attached to Seasons. If those two cards met as they currently are, they would block. Ace moves the Ace forward to block the 10. Bill's going to use Visionaire, which allows him to move one of his in-play cards into any open space excluding houses. He moves Seasons behind the Ace of Blades, one space away from Ace's house, and blocks the Ace now. Ace summons the Jack of Blades. Bill moves Seasons into Ace's house. Ace summons the Ace of Claws. A lot of high-value cards out there right now. Bill draws a card. Ace moves back with the Ace of Claws, moving it north. Packy says, "You got this, Ace." Bill draws a card. Ace moves the Ace of Claws to attack the Seasons card and chase it out of their house. Ace is keeping the pressure on with the Ace of Claws, attacking Seasons. Bill moves into the corner. Ace follows, chases that 10, bounces it off the wall. Players drawing cards. Bill's going to learn a new hymn. Ace keeps the pressure on Seasons and chases it back into their house. Ace keeps the pressure on. Bill dodges. A lot of running in circles. Ace uses Arcanum.
Oh.
All this for naught. Oh my goodness. Oh, sitting on Arcanum. Blows everything up. Bill's using Fire Eyes to refresh his hand, which is a really great spell to have, great hymn to have after an Arcanum, because a lot of times people will just refresh their hands a lot when the board gets wasted like that. Arcanum destroy, for those of you following along at home, Arcanum destroys all cards within 2 spaces of one of your in-play cards, and that allowed Ace to wipe the board, basically. Ace has now summoned the Queen of Souls in their house with Druid attached, meaning it cannot be bought. And Bill has the King of Gears making its way downtown. 4 dots pointed at Ace's 2. Ace dodges Druid out to the side, going west. Bill follows suit, staying in rank. Ace summons the King of Souls adjacent to the Druid in the corner. Bill's got the Queen of Claws. That's bad news for Ace in that position. Claws threaten Souls and ties, so that Queen's going to be a menace to both the Queen and the King. Ace moves forward. That's probably what I would have done. Bill moves to capture the Druid, the higher value card, and that gives Ace the chance to attack the King of Gears. Bill's going to dodge. Ace keeps pace. Bill's using Avarice and gains control of the King of Souls. Ace has no cards in play now, and Bill is moving towards her house. She summons the Queen of Blades, attacking the Queen of Claws. Very solid. Ace draws a card. Bill's going to buy the Mercenary, and that's going to be a limbo elimination. That is the end of the game. All right. Wow. Wow, what a turnaround. Fantastic. That was a great game, y'all.
All right. Would you like to do an exit interview, Ace? Okay. That's fair.
To the evil camera.
Okay. All right, so stand
Gotta
there.
get a better freaking camera.
Face this way. Here's your microphone. All right. So are we good to go, Dan?
Oh, yes.
All right, excellent. All right, so not only was that a game in this larger tournament, it was the final game in a mini tournament between you and Bill. You were victorious once in your mini tournament, but
yeah, we both of us didn't have any captures in that game. It was really fun.
Okay. So, what did you learn in this final triple of the
Just
game?
keep that house clear. I mean, I had an opportunity to move that queen out, and I used that turn to draw instead because I wasn't feeling. I think I was drawing in order to get a new hymn, see what that could come up with and stuff, and yeah, that's how it ended up.
All right. Do you have any message for stream?
Yeah, I'd say if you're gonna have something in your house, let it be a lord, let it be something lower than the lord. Don't just leave mercenaries in the house.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
That should be on the table.
Packy says, it is what it is. All right.
Thank you.
We are going
All right.
back to the bracket.
Let's see. Is the volume turned down on that mic?
It is. Thank you, sir. We'll punch these scores in real quick.
All right. Let's get set up for a new game.
It's going to go Ask Cole Dinkus versus Sam Williams.
What? Oh, you did take my drink. I didn't even notice.
Semifinals.
Nope.
Ol' Ask Cole Dinkus. Now this is Brian, who, like I said, I have not seen. It's probably been a couple months now since you've competed in a tournament. Ask Cole Dinkus is in the north. He's king in the north this evening.
Yes.
Yeah.
The green house is north. All right.
Let's see. It has been some time.
Oh, snake eyes.
Let's see if I can.
Can't get lower.
And 7.
Looks like Sam's going to get to decide who goes first. We are shuffling the cards. Now, Sam is probably, I would say, our best player in the sense of he has won the most tournaments, walked away with the most money, and earned the most ire from the rest of the community. Brian has played with me in some private games for years now and has probably played as much as Sam, if not more.
7 minutes and 30 seconds. Go.
So it will be interesting to see if Brian can come from out of the woodwork and put some respect on his name by dealing with Sam for the rest of us. Sam uses Fire Eyes. That's going to let him refresh his hand early game. That can be a very powerful way to sort of mulligan a bad hand. He's going to ditch the Jack of Gears to learn a new hymn. Brian also summoned the 7 of Gears in his house. Sam summons the Lord of Claws in his house. If that interacted with the 7 of Gears, they would annihilate. Brian summons the 6 of Gears next to his 7, and Sam draws a card. Brian advances with the 6 of Gears. Sam draws again. Brian advances with the 7 of Gears, sort of working a phalanx there, staying in lockstep. Sam advances with the Lord of Claws. And Brian enters the fray, moving the 7 of Gears to the center space in proximity to the Lord of Claws. Sam summons the Queen of Claws off of the Lord, and Brian moves the 7 over to skirmish with the Queen there. Sam moves the Queen of Claws to the edge. Brian does the same. And Sam moves the Lord of Claws forward. It's very interesting to have these 2 gears versus these 2 claws, and none of them are really able to do anything at the moment. They're all threatening mutual destruction. Brian summons the 6 of Claws to block the Lord of Claws. Sam draws again. Brian advances with the 6 of Gears. Sam moves the Queen of Claws to the side, and Brian's going to throw Avarice. That lets him buy that queen without spending a capture. Gaining control of Sam's queen and gaining a stronger board position now. Sam brings out the King of Gears in his house. That will force Brian to be a little bit more strategic with how he responds. He's going to annihilate his liability there and take out the Lord of Claws. Sam uses the King of Gears to summon the King of Souls, attacking the Queen of Claws, which Brian bought. Brian moves the 7 of Gears over to back that Queen up, and then Sam moves the King of Souls to threaten the 7 instead. Brian dodges to the edge, and Sam moves the King of Gears forward, and Brian advances the Queen of Claws to Sam's edge of the board. Sam puts the 2 of Gears down, which was threatened by the Queen of Claws. That's perhaps bait for something. It may be a Meat War gambit. Brian learns a new hymn, and Sam takes that opportunity to advance with the King of Souls. Brian advances with the 6 of Claws to dodge the King of Souls attack, and Sam enters Brian's house. Brian's going to move the 6 of Claws forward. Brian's going to go for it. He's going to force the Meat War. That invalidates a capture as it's happening. And it goes back to Brian. He moves the 7 of Gears towards Sam's edge of the board. Sam summons the 7 of Blades. Brian brings the 7 of Gears over to threaten the 7 of Blades. Sam brings the King of Gears over to attack the 7. Oh my goodness, these 7s is going to mess me up. Brian advances with the 7 of Gears. Sam dodges with the 7 of Blades and attacks the 6 of Claws. Brian moves back with the 6 of Claws to evade the 7 of Blades. Sam keeps the pressure on with the 7 of Blades, moving into the center space, and Brian dances back towards Sam's edge of the board. Sam summons the 5 of Souls, attacking the 7 of Gears. A lot of little skirmishes going on over here. Brian moves into the fork. Sam's going to get the capture, and Brian's going to, rather than taking the 7, he moves into Sam's house. This will be interesting. See if it pays off for him. He draws a card. 7 of Blades moves to the side. Moves east. Brian is thinking. Brian draws a card. Goes back to Sam. Sam moves the 7 of Blades south. Trying to do some house cleaning. Brian's only card right now is that 6 of Claws, and it is out in dangerous territory. Brian's going to summon the 5 of claws, slightly strengthening his board position. Sam moves the 5 of souls north. Brian draws again. Sam draws. Brian moves north with the 6 of claws and threatens the 7 of blades. Sam dodges. Moving the 7 of blades east. Brian keeps the pressure on that 7, and Sam dances back west with it, and Brian stays in step. We are moving into a cycle. If they do this cycle 3 complete times, the game ends in a tie. There it is. Brian's throwing Kinsakuroi and illegally summoning the Ace of Blades. Kinsakuroi lets a player summon cards that would not normally be allowed, and you can do it up to twice. Sam's going to buy that Ace of Blades once it's no longer under contract. Brian's going to threaten that ace. Sam's going to move side. Brian's going to dance back. Sam. Oh, we're moving back into another cycle. It's a game of chicken. That will be the second.
What's the rules, though? Is it 2? Is it 5? Is it 17? How many times can I do this?
The full cycle is 3. So you have to do that and then move back and then one more time, and that would be the.
Yeah.
So I apologize for how long that took me to respond. That was a fair question that hasn't come up much. It's been a minute. I'm making them better, Brian. Brian draws a card. Sam draws a card. Sam being the one to break the stalemate. Moving the Ace of Blades away. Brian moves north with the 6 of claws, and Sam evades with the Ace of Blades. Brian moves to the center space with the 6 of claws, tangling with the King of Gears, which Sam uses to annihilate both cards. Now Brian is bringing that 5 of claws over, and Sam's going to summon the Queen of Souls adjacent to his 5 of souls. Brian moves back to Sam's house. Sam summons the Jack of Blades adjacent to his Queen of Souls, and that's going to be game.
Concession.
That is game.
Would you like to do an exit interview, Brian? Okay.
Brian is not into the exit interview. Amazing. Well, so it goes. Sam moves on to the finals. That means we're going to the semifinals. This is game 4. Ryan versus Bill. Woo! Ryan in the north, Bill in the south. Ryan versus Bill. That was an interesting game. A couple of games last week. They were only 2 players in last week's tournament.
It's okay. None of us are. So is that a coffee in a Moscow Mule glass? Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It does make sense that a metal receptacle for a hot beverage would itself become hot.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not a physicist.
Metal has a low specific heat.
Yeah, I'm just an audio engineer, but
You can tell me that that's also a good conductor, though.
Yeah.
Ryan rolls a 6.
All right.
Bill rolls higher. Each player gets 5 black cards, 1 blue card. Can you move the clock a little bit? No, a little bit towards Bill. And cocked a little bit though he had it. Other way. Damn it! I don't know, man. There's a spot. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt the flow here. It's just I hate these. Okay, don't move it. Yeah, I know. You don't have to care that
Who's
much.
going first?
Um,
All
Bill's
right.
gonna open.
7 minutes, 30 seconds. Begin.
7.5 minutes. Bill's opening, ditching his. Looks like he's ditching seasons. I think. Didn't like his
Seasons,
options
indeed.
there. Ditched seasons to learn a new hymn. Ryan summons the Lord of Gears after ditching a weaker card as well. Back to Bill. Bill summons the Jack of Souls, a foil to the Lord of Gears. Souls beat Gears in ties, and both players advance. Ryan summons the Lord of Claws, using his Lord of Gears as a base, and that Lord of Claws is going to threaten the Jack of Souls, as Claws beat Souls in ties. Bill summons the Jack of Blades to turn that into a trade as Blades beat Claws. So we have a representative of each suit right now. However, Ryan used Dragoon to surge forward, capture the Jack, and then move that card back one space. Dragoon lets a player move a card
That's
twice.
a two-step and/or vicious poke.
Yeah. He's fencing.
All right.
Ryan is going to ditch 2 to learn a new hymn. Bill advances to threaten the Lord of Claws. But that would be a trade for Ryan with the Lord of Gears sitting there to protect it. Bill draws. Ryan draws. Bill summons the Lord of Claws. Or sorry, the Jack of Claws. Adjacent to the Lord of Gears. Ryan advances with Lord of Claws. Bill summons the Ace of Claws on Ryan's edge of the board. Ryan moves the Lord of Gears forward, attacking the Jack of Blades, and Bill dodges out to the side. Ryan moves into Bill's house. Bill's using the Shade to put the Lord of Claws in a terrible situation. Bill's going to make that capture, and he's on the board. Game is tied up. Ryan moves the Lord of Gears into Bill's house. Can you tuck your capture closer to the board, Bill? I'm sorry to interrupt you. There we go. That'll work. Ryan draws. Bill's going to learn a new hymn. Ryan is going to do the same. Bill's going to use primary. Looks at the top 3. Picks. Sets it aside. And then announces if he's using or singing after we shuffle.
Time has stopped. I'm going to shuffle. Commercial break, everyone.
Do 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 do. Now is a great time to return to the
All right.
Why the hell?
And are you going to begin?
And the game resumes. Bill's going to summon the Fox set to the Lord of Blades in Ryan's house. And Ryan's going to roll the Fool as the Lord of Bones, which threatens everything. Very interesting back-to-back. The Fool and the Fox have entered the chat. Both players are drawing. Ryan summons the 3 of Gears. On Bill's got Optimo. That's going to let him rearrange all the cards within 2 spaces of his house. Ryan's going to move the 3 back into Bill's house there. Bill draws. Ryan moves the Lord of Gears north, bringing it back to deal with things at home. Bill brings the Jack of Claws south, and Ryan moves the Fool north. Every time the Fool moves, it has to be re-rolled, so it is now 5 on every edge. Players are moving into new positions here. Bill brings that Jack of Claws all the way down to threaten the 3 of Gears and clean house. Bill summons the Ace of Souls in his house, threatening the 3 of Gears. Ryan dodges to the center space, and Bill chases with the Ace of Souls. Ryan's using Arcanum, and he's going to wipe several cards from the board. It wasn't a ton of cards, but they were far away from each other, so it was kind of neat. Ryan moves the Fool. It becomes the Lord of Bones again. He's getting good luck with that Fool there. Bill moves the Jack of Claws forward. Ryan draws a card. Bill draws. Ryan draws. Bill draws. Both players are looking for something to do, something obvious. They're getting hymns now. Ryan draws again. Oh my goodness, Bill draws again. And Ryan draws again. Oh my god. And Bill draws again. Oh my god. Ryan summons something. It's the Lord of Blades, summoned in his house adjacent to Bill's Ace of Claws. It's going to threaten it. Bill brings the King of Gears out in the northwest corner, which would turn that capture into a trade. Currently, Bill is technically in the lead due to the value of the captures showing. This has been quite an interesting back and forth. Ryan summons the Ace of Blades, threatening the Jack of Blades. Bill dodges. Ryan advances to keep the pressure on that Jack. Bill moves, opening up a fork. Bill brings out the Queen of Gears. Ryan's going to capture the Jack of Blades, and Ryan pulls ahead. 2 captures, 2-1. Bill draws. It's back to Ryan. Ryan is attaching the Druid hymn to his Ace of Blades, making it so that that mercenary can no longer be bought. That's a pretty good card to have it on, too. It's not badly positioned. Bill's going to learn a new hymn.
All right, 2 hymns left before Singularity.
Ryan's using Avarice to gain control of the King of Gears in the northwest corner, threatening the Ace of Claws and depriving it of its backup. Bill advances with the Queen of Gears.
Tag the clock.
That is very tempting. Ryan's not going to go for it. He's going to capture, and Bill's going to meat war that.
All right.
Ryan advances. Ryan's going to take the capture with the Fool, and it rolls to a 2. Bill brings out the 9 of Gears in his house. Ryan's going to re-roll the Fool, and it's got 5 on every edge now. Dodged to the side there. Bill draws a card. It's back to Ryan. Ryan advances with the King of Gears. Bill moves the Jack of Blades to the center space, and Ryan pursues. Bill summons the Jack of Gears. Ryan moves the King of Gears to the center column. Bill moves the Jack of Claws south. Ryan continues to pursue. Bill brings the Jack of Gears south to threaten the Druid. This is a very interesting board. Ryan dodges with the Druid. Bill's going to draw a card. Hell yeah. Oh, that's not what that's what yeah, that's what I thought was happening. Hell yeah. Ah!
Lord Blunderton appears.
I was like, wilding out. Ryan's going to buy the Jack of Gears. Scooch that capture for me, Bill. There we go, yeah. Bill's at 2. He's got the Fool. Bill draws a card. Ryan advances with the King of Gears. Yeah, Bill is running lower on time. He's got Zodiac. Rolls Druid, I think. He's got nothing to use it on, it seems. Ryan's going to make his 5th capture.
All right, game.
And that's going to be game. Just for the record, before you get up completely, you've got Zodiac showing, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you
You can meet War Special that. And you might as well. You want to roll it too. You might as well.
Oh.
Try it again.
It's a 2.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's a 2. That's a meat war. The game must go on. Tag the clock, Bill. You're kidding me. That's our first successful Meat War special on stream, folks. Give it up for Bill getting the first Meat War special on stream. Holy shit. Woo. It counts. It counts. Don't yuck my yum, Brian.
Singularity.
Oh, and we're hitting singularity. What the hell? All right. How much time does Bill have?
Yep.
He's got 25 seconds. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that was rule of cool, folks.
Rule of cool. Hot dog.
All right.
Amazing.
Okay.
So we're entering Singularity. The remaining cards in the deck and hymnal, anything that's discarded, basically anything that's not in a player's hand, captured, or on the board,
So
gets shuffled into one integrated
Singularity,
deck
that means you cut.
with both types of cards, both hymns and non-hymn cards.
Oh, shit. There you go. What are you going to do? That seems like a...
All right. 25
And
seconds.
begin.
Bill, you
Or
got
resume.
25 seconds. He's taking his first draw there, getting a free hymn. Ryan's using Fire Eyes. And one to grow on. He just got 2 hymns. No way. Oh, my God. What?
Seasons.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's the game. Okay. So that was just. Okay.
Yeah.
That was what the okay. I thought you. That would have been
That's
so
Dragoon.
crazy. No. He used seasons. He said Dragoon, and it wasn't Dragoon. It was and so Ryan's Meat War didn't affect. It's like ultimately, I feel like if I was a more professional man, that would have just nuked Bill's remaining time.
Time.
Yeah. That's it. That was a fun game though, folks. Goodness gracious. Okay. Wow. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, would you like to do an exit interview, or? All right. All right. Yeah. All right. We good? Good on the mic, Dan?
Yes.
All right. Here's your microphone. All right, and we're cameras all good to go.
I think so.
Excellent.
Basically.
So, Bill, I only have one. I have one important question for you. How do you feel rolling the first Meat War special on stream, even though it was a floor die? How do you feel?
I was so excited. I thought Season said Dragoon. What can I say?
All right. Do you have any message for stream?
Just 5 words for everybody. Meat War special.
All right.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill. All right, we'll go ahead and punch these scores in real quick.
Let's see. I'll do this for you.
Thank you, sir. And we're going to the finals. It's Sam in the north versus Ryan in the south. A game for the ages. Sam is Ryan's fault, and so we're all waiting for him to deal with him on stream. I never would have done. It's like getting a gremlin wet. You don't do it, and whatever you do, don't let him play Mercenarium. That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Really don't feed me after midnight because I'm not going to be able to sleep that well because
My tummy's gonna hurt.
Okay. Yeah. It's the Midnight Sam Sunday special.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now like every Sunday night, Ryan's gonna be like, you want to go get Waffle House at like
Let's go get some
12:30?
late night grub.
Let's get some Waffle House. No, I'm not awake at midnight.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
We go to
that's
courtesy.
right. Yeah, let's go get a slinger.
Good man.
Yeah, let's go get
I will get a slinger midnight. I don't
slinger at midnight.
No, I'm not awake at midnight anymore. I used to be that
A
guy.
slinger at midnight sounds like a euphemism or something.
Sounds like he's being drunk. 5.
Jesus. Just setting the tone. 7. 7.
We're just rolling dice. That's all we're doing.
It's a dice stream now.
That's all this game is going to be.
Okay. And
All right. Here we go.
Who's going first?
I'll tell you in a second. I'll go first.
all right. 7 minutes 30 seconds. Begin.
Ryan opens with the 10 of gears in his house. Sam brings out the Lord of Gears in his house. Ryan advances with the 10 of gears. Sam moves the Lord to the edge, and Ryan pursues across the board. Sam brings out the 10 of souls, and Ryan moves forward to attack. Very interesting. I wonder what Sam could be up to here. Ryan has stacked the gears here and has built a wall where that 10 of souls can't go anywhere. Sam moves the Lord of Gears into his house to prevent Ryan from blocking him. And now Sam is going to start drawing, looking for something to get him out of this situation. Ryan moves the 6 of gears to the edge. And he summons the 7 of souls, attacking the Lord of Gears. Ryan moves into Sam's house, and Sam moves that Lord out into the open now. Ryan's going to draw. He's got Sam in a tough spot. All he has to do is figure out how to eliminate that Lord, and he can beat Sam in by blocking him. Sam discards a 2 to draw a new card. Ryan summons the 6 of souls adjacent to that 7 up on Sam's edge of the board. It's very interesting. He's got Visionaire. He's going to bring that 6 of souls over to cause some problems for the Lord of Gears, and now Sam's got to play on the defensive. Ryan's got a free attacker. Sam's bouncing. That makes sense. Ryan brings out the Jack of Gears to start limiting that Lord of Gears mobility. Ryan moves the 6 over, sort of sentrying. He's really having to fight for it. Sam's going to draw a new card. Ryan's going to draw a new card. Sam draws. Ryan summons the Queen of Souls. Sorry, Ryan summons the Queen of Souls. And that's Avarice, and that's going to change freaking everything. That's Sam's ticket out of this mess. That's a fork with the Queen of Souls. Ryan moves over to threaten the Lord of Gears. Sam's going to get his capture. He's still in this game, and Ryan captures the Lord. It's 2-1. Sam summons the King of Claws, threatening Ryan's 6. Sam has a much more, with that queen now, Sam has a lot more control of this board. Ryan has a lot of gears out there. Ryan's going to ditch an Ace of Blades and learn a new hymn. Sam's going to ditch Jack of Blades and learn a new hymn. Ryan draws. Sam moves north to threaten the 10 of Gears. Ryan's going to buy the Queen of Souls. Sam attacks the 6 with the King of Claws. And he keeps that pressure on. Sam makes the capture. It's all tied up. Ryan's going to use the Shade to send Sam's King of Claws to the other edge of the board. Sam advances with the King of Claws. Sam uses Dragoon. He decides he's going to take his house back instead. Moves that king twice, captures the 7 of Souls, and clears his house. Ryan summons the King of Gears. Sam evades, leaving his house once more. Sam ditches the Queen of Blades to learn a new hymn, and Ryan moves the King of Gears into Sam's house to keep the pressure on the King of Claws. Sam moves all the way out to the edge, and Ryan pursues with the 10 of Gears. Sam is going to buy the King of Gears. It's going to protect that King of Claws on the flank. Ryan draws a card. Sam moves the King of Gears over to attack the 6 of Gears. Ryan moves over to make that into a trade. But it's a trade Sam's willing to make, because if Ryan trades, Sam will win. Because Sam's will be at 5 captures if he were to make that other trade. So Sam's definitely turned this around. It was pretty close there at the beginning. Ryan summons the 10 of Blades. Sam moves the King of Claws into his house. Ryan moves south with the 8 of Gears. Sam's going to buy the Queen of Souls to threaten the 8 of Gears. Ryan moves south with the 8 of Gears, evading the Queen. Sam moves the Queen over to threaten the 10 of Blades. Yep, he's scheming for a fork. Ryan's going to buy the Queen. Doesn't have much else he could do there. Sam moves the King of Claws out to the edge. Ryan's going to move the 10 of Blades, moving after that king. Sam draws a card. Ryan moves the 10 of Blades over, threatening the King of Claws. Sam moves back into his house. Ryan advances into a fork there, threatening both kings with the 10 of blades, and Ryan's going to take that capture. Sam's going to slap Druid on the king of claws. You tuck that capture to the board edge for me. Thank you. Sam's threatening the 10 of gears with the Druid. Sam summons the 7 of claws. Ryan might be hosed there. That 10 doesn't have anywhere to go, and Sam needs one more capture to win. Ryan's going to learn a hymn. Could it be Meat War? It wasn't. It was not. All right. Well, actually, no. Sorry. We have to boo the man. Sam won again, so boo.
I was like, I was like, I have avarice. I should ditch it.
You should have. You absolutely should have.
I should have. But I kept
I
it.
wish you had.
Yeah,
I wish you had.
If I had, I would have lost.
Yes, that's why I wish you had. Exactly. You're picking up what I'm laying down.
Yeah.
All right, Danny, you want to turn up the mic?
Yeah.
Thank you. The interview of shame. Here you go. All right, and we're all good to go, Dan?
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right, excellent. So, Ryan, once again, you faced off against Samwise, and unfortunately, you lost.
I'm okay with people calling him my protege now.
Okay. All right.
Before I didn't like it, but now I'm okay
All right.
with it.
So your protege has defeated you once again. How do you feel?
I wish he'd gotten rid of avarice. I really do. I think that would have done it. I think that would have been the whole thing. If he weren't so darn prudent.
Indeed.
It would have been great.
Indeed. Do you have any messages for stream?
You too can have all this fun. Just come out and join us. Come see us. Come play with us. Oh, hey. See? See, look at that. This guy just gave me money. I didn't even win.
All right. Thank you so much, Ryan.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Sam, I see you're preparing for a boss battle. Indeed. Well, first off, here's $50. Don't kick my ass too hard.
Yeah, you can take my microphone.
Well, what I was going to do is I say we mute all the microphones and just run off of this.
Okay.
So that it's...
That's okay.
Oh, I should have mentioned that the
Hang on.
University of Missouri does not sanction this.
Okay.
Here's what we're going to do. Set you all up on chairs, technically in the shop.
Technically.
And then you can talk how much you want, and there will be visual context.
Okay.
Oh, I need a towel or something, some coffee on still.
Oh, no. That's what it was. I was distracted by the coffee.
So, players who win the tournament get the chance to challenge me to a boss battle fight, a 1-versus-1 tournament-style match, or to have me read their fortune. I've read your fortune like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
And I'm always interested. Like I like the boss battles with you because I'm pretty sure. I think I have like an even win-loss ratio with you. Like
On
you
stream,
might,
maybe.
I mean,
I think you might still have the better ratio.
maybe. It doesn't feel that way.
It's because of the Kinsakori. It's because of the Kinsakori, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. That very first one was worth 1,000.
Yeah.
You didn't clip that here.
Clip what? Oh, the
That moment.
I mean, it's out there. I need to.
No, I get it.
There's so much footage to go through.
You let him deal.
I trust him. He has no reason to cheat.
Now that I'm just commentating, I can
Look at his mustache. He's, if not honorable.
Yeah, handlebar mustache, the international symbol of trust.
Of honor.
Of honor and trustworthiness.
Do not let near railroad tracks.
Or sisal rope.
It's you, sir.
Yeah, I know different kinds of rope. What about it?
Dan, you can go first.
All right.
Dan goes first.
All right. So it's a knife party.
Showing equally offensive sides to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But in the measuring contest, A 10 does beat a 9.
All right, Dan advances the 9. Sam warps the vision. Oh, it's a double warp situation.
I do love that combo. That's one of my favorites in this game.
The disrespect.
All right.
Nah, that felt right.
Fuck me.
All right, Sam plays Seasons.
Why'd you make that card?
Because I'm an asshole.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it.
All right. Dan dodges away. Sam pursues.
No cat and mouse. No cat and mouse.
Sam summons the Lord of Gears in Dan's house. And Dan plays Dragoon to take the Seasons.
All right. Nice. I mean, not a completely even trade, but a trade nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
And then keeping his house clear. Offering some annihilation to that Lord of Gears. And providing it.
And the board is as clear as my calendar.
Ooh, and a Fire Eyes to replenish his hand. A very situationally useful, but sometimes very clutch him. Ooh, I get the fun of looking over Dan's shoulder.
Indeed. Yeah, I get to look over Sam's shoulder. All right.
So useful right there.
What are you gonna do with that load of bones in your house?
Oh, it's the Lord Blunderton. Well, at least he's alone.
The very same.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Oh, solid 2.
Nice.
Just good enough.
Just good enough.
Do it.
Right. Lift my yeah.
It's enough.
Big time players make big time plays.
It's enough. Oh.
All right, and that's a Lord of Blades.
That's rude.
Nice. That's an aggressive posture.
That's rude.
You adopted.
What are you trying to do? Win?
Yes.
I mean, that's really the only thing I can assume from this.
Unbelievable.
I have to. That's a trade I cannot refuse.
Why did I listen?
No, I think it should be a rule that you have to take the fool.
If it's a 1, yeah, you're compelled by fate to take
that
it.
shouldn't be a rule. That's very fascist of me. I think it's just good policy.
Yeah.
I'm not here to dictate people's actions.
Yeah.
I want everyone to do whatever they want. Well, that's why you're the villain.
Exactly.
Draw fest. We're just covering a draw fest with banter.
Yep.
Some more aggression towards the completely innocent Lord of Blades. He didn't do anything to deserve this.
Yeah, he just showed up at the airport with a knife, and like they're all like getting up and up.
Kinsakuroi.
Oh, Kinsakuroi.
Oh, I'm
Are you
familiar
going
with
to
that
play
name.
it? What you got? What you got? Oh, let's see. That makes sense. Keeping the pressure on. Keeping the heat.
And Lord of Blades is now in the corner.
Simultaneously caged and free.
Indeed.
It's very
All
poetic
right,
of him.
Sam plays the fox.
But now things are bad.
Set to.
I'm assuming that's Gears.
Yes. That is Gears.
That would make a lot of sense. Getting a slight out by rearranging that positioning. Although it didn't come into play.
Right.
But he did open up a space closer to Dan's house, which.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, there you go.
And it is
Avarice.
Not using it. Weird. Interesting. I've been waiting for that. I was wondering.
okay. Dan advances the king.
Gotta get him out of harm's way.
Dan
Showing
pursues.
avarice. which
Yep.
is, you know,
Oh, and it's Arcanum.
Didn't like that Lord of Blades pushing him around.
Fox is now
King of Blades.
threatening Dan's house.
But only with one suit.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
All right.
That makes a lot of sense. Still not adverse. pressure on or draw a card. It seems like he wants to draw a card.
Dan draws again. And
Yeah, Sam hates turns, you guys.
Yep.
Sam hates turns.
we should go to the casino next time.
Yeah. I feel like
What are the odds?
it's gotta
What
be
are the
different
odds?
this time.
What are the odds?
I mean, my odds is that it lands souls. Like, yeah, those are my odds.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Alright, and
No, I've never seen Annihilation chase so hard.
alright,
This makes sense.
here we go.
Christ. Why?
Somebody keep track of this.
That's 4.
4 threes
Four.
in a row. Alright,
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
It's gonna be a 3.
here we go.
Oh, okay.
Lord of Flowers offering Annihilation to
I mean,
every
like,
card on the table.
Better.
And now he will be pursued.
Relentlessly.
I mean, there's so many squares on the board, and you're gonna get chased out of all of them. By a 2, no less. Wait.
Alright.
And then, okay, yes, and then briefly squatting in Dan's house. One would assume. Can't imagine that this will be allowed to continue for very long. Play a mercenary. Sorry, Dan. Sorry, I just did that to you. He was totally gonna play mercenary. I'm sorry.
The funny thing is, I actually was.
100% on me.
That's like
And
coaching
there
for
she
you.
goes, finally. It had only been a matter of time. Oh, we're looking at primary, are we? You know, I'll shuffle the 3 cards. Who wants to cut?
That's fine.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Using it.
Fairness has been achieved. Optimo. Alright, opening up his house, that makes a lot of sense.
Alright, Dan takes the center.
Thinks about retreating, curses, reconsiders. Some pressure on the 5. Moves his 10 back. Looks like he's got an eye on that 9. It doesn't have a huge pile of options available to it. Now it's got even fewer. Into the corner goes the 9. I believe it stays maybe numbered. I mean, unless something crazy happens. Keeping the pressure on that 9.
Meat war.
Oh, Dan tried to even the score and was incapable.
Alright, Sam summons the queen.
There's that
Dan
avarice.
flies the queen. Sam retreats the 5.
Advances.
Or advances, right.
Well, it depends on.
Yeah. No, I was not thinking that was
There's
right.
a couple different options there.
Yeah.
He was retreating from the queen, from
Yeah,
the threat.
true.
There's the buying that I expected. Offering a fork at this point. It's alright, Dan's got a 30-second lead to think about it. Oh, no, he just buys that queen back.
Alright. and
Sam buys a different queen. We're in a spend-a-thon here, folks. Squad in the house. Continuing to offer threats.
Damn, bro.
30 seconds to think about it before he loses his time advantage. Easy little 5 5, threatening the majestic 10.
The queen is in the corner now.
He's got a decision to make. That makes sense.
Sam pursues.
Pressure on. Controlling Dan's movement as best he can. Continuing to offer various threats that are keeping Dan on his toes. Dan's making use of some leverage. Not falling in.
Alright, Sam spends his last capture to buy that queen. Dan.
The spend-a-thon is concluded. Neither combatant has any currency left. No, not quite, not quite, not quite.
We are one him away from singularity, folks.
Oh, that poor Lord of Claws. Having a rough day is what it's happening. Ooh. Is this a dual fork?
Yeah. It's a multi-trade organization.
Well, they've each got some currency now. So they got that going for them. And we're dancing, and we're dancing. And we're dancing.
Alright, Kinsakuroi.
Ooh, boy. I love a single card Kinsakuroi.
Indeed. It seems artisanal.
It really,
Or small batch. You know?
to me, it just feels like it's true to the intention.
And Sam buys the queen.
Buy-a-thon continues. And now we're back to all squared up. I think we're about to see a tie ball game. That's a tie ball game, folks.
And we
now,
enter singularity. I will shuffle this time.
A very nearly tie ball game, I should say, as Dan has one unspent capture, and Sam has spent all of his captures. That just goes to show you how tooth and nail this match has been, folks.
Indeed.
They're using every resource at their disposal.
Quick rule question, gentlemen.
Yes.
The game just ended. 4 spent captures versus 3 captures with 1 unspent. Who wins?
1 unspent wins.
That's what I thought too. Alright, and
I triggered, so
so
Dan cuts.
Yep, Dan cuts.
Yeah, most unspent captures. They're both going to be digging deep at this stage of the game. Dan eschewing his draw. Sam boldly played a mercenary while he has, he had avarice, so he knew it wasn't going to be stolen by the M, but has a unspent capture deficiency. Deficit, I should say.
Indeed.
Deficit.
Deficit, yep.
I think both are technically correct. Deficit is the better word. Dan declines. Sam takes his hen. Opening Dan up for an offensive action. This is kind of a
so
sudden
shitty.
death.
And this game is neck and neck both time and score. Or nearly in score.
Motherfucker.
Fairly sudden death. Dan has a slight edge in 1 unspent capture. We have a concession.
This is the night of
Good game.
concessions, folks.
Good
A
game.
concession.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Down to the wire.
That was the nail butter, gentlemen.
We both had sub 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So, Dan, how do you feel about it?
That was awesome.
What would you do differently next time?
Get good, I guess.
Get good.
I'd get good at the game, you know.
Yeah, Dan needs to get good, clearly.
That was awesome. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That was a lot of fun.
Enjoy your $50. Put it on the dragon sword.
Yeah.
I have so much fun doing that. I mean, I suppose it could be considered commentary, but I don't think it is. I want to heckle.
Avoiding mine right now, so.
No, I understand. I'm trying to get.
No, not really.
All right. That's it for our 40th Monday Night Mercenarium. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Tonight was a great night. We had a lot of really great games, some really great moments. Bill did the very first Meat War special. Oh, you're on that side. Yeah, that's right. I mirror effect. And just all in general, I'm really proud of what we're building here, and I hope that you'll come be a part of it. We are always looking for new players, new people to come hang out. This is an inclusive, inviting, and human place to be a person. So come hang out with us every Monday night at the Crack Fox. You can also support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Anthromancer, or you can see a little bio or a little link down here. Scan that code or go to that link, and you can get a link to all of our assets, our social media, get a copy of the game if you wanted, find tutorial videos, things like that, and then, of course, Patreon. Patreon goes a really long way towards helping build a stable foundation that we can do more stuff like this on. Also, go and get a slinger at Courtesy Diner. They sponsor us, and they're going to be sponsoring us next year as well. And I have it on good authority that the December 20, it's the Monday before Christmas. I think it's December 22nd or 23rd. 23rd. December 23rd is we're going to have a big Christmas tournament, and they're furnishing a bigger prize package than usual. So instead of 50 first, 25 second, it's going to be 200 first, 100 second, and 53rd. So your chances of winning are going to be going up. More money's going to be going out, and we would love to see you come through, even just to hang out and watch the show. You know, we try and put on something really interesting and special here, so we'd love for you to join it. Thank you so much for being here. Sam? Yep. Okay. You've been hanging out with us for Monday Night Mercenarium. Until next time, see for yourself.